Welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses, where we muse upon what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Today, we are going to continue talking about the letters of J.R.R. Tolkien. More specifically, it is letter 320. Letter 320. Let's just jump right into this. So, what Tolkien is saying here is something about Galadriel and the Virgin Mary and points about Galadriel and what her arc is. From a letter to Mrs. Ruth Austin, 25th of January, 1971. I was particularly interested in your remarks about Galadriel. I think it is true that I owe much of this character to Christian and Catholic teaching and imagination about Mary. Just for fun, let's repeat this. I think it is true that I owe much of this character to Christian and Catholic teaching and imagination about Mary. There's a but here. But actually, Galadriel was a penitent. The Virgin Mary was not a penitent, quite the opposite. Back to his words. But actually, Galadriel was a penitent. In her youth, a leader in the rebellion against the Valar, the angelic guardians. So she rebelled against the angelic guardians. At the end of the First Age, she proudly refused forgiveness or permission to return. Pride in the theological sense of the word. To refuse forgiveness is one of the highest forms of pride because you are refusing to receive mercy. And she rejected her permission to return, something that later she will regret. She will be more than happy to come back a few thousand years later. Wasn't all that it was chalked up to be, let me just put it that way. She was pardoned because of her resistance to the final and overwhelming temptation to take the ring for herself. That was what that moment was all about. I want to conclude with Tolkien saying that he owes a lot to Catholic teaching and imagination about Mary because this gives Galadriel a certain status and, for lack of a better word, a certain holiness in the way that she is portrayed in the novels, and quite well done in the Fellowship of the Ring movie by Peter Jackson. I want to emphasize that point because maybe in a few weeks, we're going to see her done a bit dirty in a manner that is antithetical to the dignity that Galadriel has in the works of Tolkien. Perhaps maybe someone listening to this who was not aware of how Tolkien thought about and wrote about Galadriel might see why people that are claiming they are going to Tolkien in their inspiration for their interpretation of Galadriel are actually full of garbage. They are not honoring how Tolkien saw Galadriel. They are not honoring the text. They are not honoring his letters. They are not honoring him. So what do you think? Want to comment on all this? Please let me know. Please let me know in the comments any thoughts that you have about what Tolkien wrote about Galadriel, or even that something that's coming up in a few weeks. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, and be certain that if you claim you are going to Tolkien for your inspiration, you're actually going to Tolkien.